been listening to another Rock the Bells radio exclusive.
Another Rock the Bells radio exclusive.
The Drama Hour, hosted by Papoose.
What's up, y'all? It's Papoose.
Hear it again in the Sirius XM app. Just search Papoose.
Warning. The Drama King is in the building.
Listen, man, this is the Drama Hour. As I told y'all, I'm bringing nothing but the authentic on this show, man. On the line, we got one of them guys, man. When you hear him, the first thing you're going to say, if you're a person who respect the craft, is I fuck with son. Him and his movement, when they came through, they gave the street niggas something to cheer for. We not going to sit up here in front like we didn't see what happened. You know what I'm saying? Let me let y'all know something right now. When the real lyricists come through, the fake gatekeepers, they start whispering. Yo, I'm saying he nice, but is he gonna be around this time next year? They start saying dumb shit like, yo, yeah, he nice, but can he make a song? A real lyricist don't need to rely on one song. You see, when the one-hit wonder niggas, we don't remember them no more. All the lyricists achieve something y'all never heard of. It's called longevity, dummy. So, I got something I want to say to y'all, man. He's still going. Buffalo, New York, stand up, man. Who we got on the line?
Yo, man, Conway The Machine. Y'all know what up, man. New York City, what's good?
Hey, listen, man. We glad you took the time out to come on the show. You know what I'm saying? We see you out there working. One of the questions I want to ask you, man. How do you respond to adversity?
I just go forward, man. I just grab the bull by the horns. I go through it, and I know I got God behind me. You feel me? I just keep God first, and I power through that shit. You know what I mean? I don't really let nothing get in my way. I look at it as just like another obstacle. You know what I mean? And we gonna hurdle that bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the reason why I asked you that, man, is because I came across a video a while ago of you freestyling online, and it was before the incident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you was actually rapping on. It was a track that Green Lantern produced for me called "License to Kill." You was rapping over that joint. You probably didn't realize at the time, but it's crazy that when I'm watching the video, everything is the same. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some of us go through a situation and we decline. You know what I mean? We allow it to discourage us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't even want to say, yo, you know what I'm saying, you got better, because you was spitting fire then. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just noticed that ain't nothing changed. You know what I mean? And that shit didn't slow you down in no shape, form, or fashion. And then, but you got to understand in this music shit, right? Everybody got their own story to tell, but
right.
In reality, we only can judge, and only God can judge, but it is what it is. We only can judge by what we see, since, you know what I'm saying, an artist been in the game. And recently, I seen you had a situation, something, I don't know if you broke your leg or something to that degree. You know what I mean? The reason why I asked that question is because you pulled the mic up, you pulled the wheelchair up to the microphone, you know what I'm saying, and started spitting your shit. And most people would have sat down. Once again, they probably would have declined a little bit. But it seemed like it made you go a little harder, because the consistency level kind of changed. You know what I'm saying? So
man. It did, man. That shit made me go, because I was looking at it at first like a setback. Like, damn, I done fucked up. And my tours and shit, I got canceled at that time. So I really was like, kind of in my head, like mentally down on myself and beating myself up about it. Like, man, I done fucked up my whole year. You know what I'm saying? And what really got me on going crazy like that is my brother Primo, DJ Premier, had called me one day, and it's funny he even called, because I wasn't expecting, and I was having one of them days, and he called and we was talking and shit. He was like, nigga, he just told me a story about like how when they did the Kicked in the Door record on the album, he's like, Big was in a wheelchair and that. They rolled the wheelchair in there in the booth, and and got busy, you know what I mean, and recorded really almost that whole album, Life After Death, in the wheelchair, like fucked up. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? That shit just like, damn, nah, I gotta let me get my ass off my shoulders, man, and get to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's Preem, man. Preem got some classic stories, man. Preem, and rest in peace, K Slade, man. That's one of them brothers that when they talk, because they really been around. They really been around this shit. They really come from it. So it's just inspirational conversations. I definitely know how that is.
Right.
Yeah, man. Growing up, I want to take it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Buffalo, man. When I first came through, I used to get a lot of fucking bookings in Buffalo, man. They supported me a lot, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a new artist, like that shit remind me of Brooklyn, honestly. Just the energy and the time niggas be on, you know what I'm saying? I definitely fuck with niggas from out there. But let us know, man, for people, you know what I mean, across the country or who might have never been to Buffalo. You know, a lot of the ghettos are gentrified now. What was it like growing up in Buffalo, man?
Man, same shit, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the 90s, you know what I mean? So, the early 90s, so it was same shit, you know what I'm saying? Mom on drugs, my mom had me young, she on drugs. Pops wasn't around, same type shit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Nigga selling crack in the 8th grade, doing that, whatever I felt I had to do to get what I felt I wanted, needed, you know what I'm saying? Out these streets, in and out of jail, same shit, you know what I mean? And it's pretty much the same, man. You know, it's a ghetto everywhere, man. You know what I mean? It's, you know, frigid weather, you know, no hope, and you know what I'm saying? And none of that. Niggas is just trying to get theirs, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Right. You got the new single, man. You got the new single came out today. I seen the video, man. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with it. Shout to you on that.
Yeah, good looking.
You know what I'm saying? Give, and then also I see you got the B-side to the project that you dropped.
Yeah.
Initially, I was telling Snaps and shit. We was talking about it earlier. Initially, how it would be is, you know how it used to go. A side and the B side was a single. So you might be one of the first niggas I seen do some shit like that. Like you got an A side and a B side to a whole project.
yeah. Word.
Talk about changing the format like that, man.
Nah, I be just trying to do different little shit like outside the box. You know what I mean? Like instead of just calling that shit part 2 or something, you know, volume 2. You know what I mean? I just wanted to just do something different and shit with it. You know what I mean? And I just was in an incredible zone out of nowhere like the last couple months. You know what I mean? And shit, I you know, these records, you know, you can hear that shit. You can hear the hunger. You can hear like, okay, he back inspired. You know, he back motivated. And shit, nigga, I'm about to fuck niggas up one more time. You know what I mean? Give them this, you know, like you said, flip the tape over. It's the B side, nigga. You know what I mean? Just that grimy shit that niggas love. You know, to hear it coming from the Griselda camp. You know what I mean?
Nah, definitely, man. Certain questions, bro. Honestly, I don't even gotta ask you, man, because I already know. You know what I'm saying? Just from a distance, man. You know what I mean? Just hearing the music and even fucking with you in the flesh, my nigga. Like I could tell what type of nigga you are. You know what I'm saying? And to me, like I respect the consistency. I love the consistency, but I know that. You know what I mean? Artists such as yourself, the only thing you need is the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a wrap. Because of the talent, and it was already there. You know what I'm saying? It's just that moment, taking advantage of that moment. That's why I spoke earlier about, you know what I mean, still, like, the way you keep going. You know what I mean? You still in it, you still doing what you do. You know what I mean? And for real niggas, that shit is like, to me, I call it defying gravity because, you know what I mean, niggas like us, we ain't supposed to make it. You know what I mean? We not supposed to be winning. So when I see 2023 and they giving you your just due, you know what I mean? I salute that, and I love seeing that shit, man. Is that something that inspired you? Yeah, bro. Real talk. I wanted to ask you about that though. I wanted to know, how do you respond to that? Do you feel like I made it, or is it something that just inspires you to work harder?
Yeah, it inspired me to work harder. Like, you know what I mean? Like being nominated for awards and all that type of shit, and just looking at the year that I had in 23, it's like, you know what I mean. You know, I'm pleased overall because I'm finally getting back to a place of like I feel like I was in when I was like in my 20s and shit, and I was just a young nigga, just a young spitter, having like just notebooks full of raps and shit. Like I really ain't been in that once this shit started getting crazy, you know what I mean? In 2016, 2017, we signed Eminem. 2018, 2019, we Coachella and doing all this shit. Like a nigga ain't really having the time, like, you feel me, to just sit up like how niggas used to do back in the day before all this shit with like the headphones on and a pen and a pad, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so looking at 2023 and his totality is like, damn, a nigga been really rapping his ass off. Like I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? Like, cause I was feeling lazy and like, damn, bro, I'm losing it, nigga. You know, I done turned 40, nigga. I don't even be listening. You know what I mean? But now I'm back listening to beats all day, putting shit in my phone or doing voice notes and shit like that. Like I'm getting back active. So I was pleased with that. But yeah, that shit just really inspired me to just go even crazier. Like, okay, we on to something now. You know what I mean? And just keep pushing, you know what I mean? I just let the cards fall how they fall, you know what I mean? Like, whether I win or not, I'm just thankful to be even. And it was like the 50th hip hop year shit. So I thought that was dope, like to be nominated for Lyricist of the Year in the 50th year. You know what I mean? I thought that was pretty dope too, though.
So listen, man, I'm gonna get into your new joint. You know, I'm always playing your shit up here. You know what I mean? You probably
no doubt, dog.
you consistently snaps. It's safe to say, Conway probably the nigga we play consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like
that's what's up, man.
Nah, I keep your shit going, man, my nigga. So salute, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm happy to see the success, man. You know what I mean?
Thank you, King.
Say a couple words about K Slay for us, man.
Man, niggas miss that nigga being around and just, doing what he do, man, and what he brought to the game for like, decades, dog. Like I remember like when we used to be fucking with in the trap back in the days, that Dipset, that shit he hosted. Mm-hmm. And like that nigga, you know what I mean? Like I just always like my dream, I'm like, yo, we gotta have K Slay host one of our shits. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So
right.
Just what that nigga meant to the game and the impact he left, it's definitely we gonna feel that forever. We gonna live, that shit gonna live forever. I love the way how you holding it down for him, and you know what I mean. Gonna keep that nigga name alive.
Hey, listen, man, Conway The Machine on the show. Listen, man, new album on the way. Introduce the new single, bro. We gonna get that on.
Yeah, this called Give and Give, produced by my niggas Cool and Dre. You know what I mean? My album coming out. Won't He Do It, Side B. Get ready, this shit is crazy.
Yo, good looking, bro. I appreciate you, man.
You already know, my nigga, love.